you going today, this evening, this afternoon, whatever time of day it is for you? Part 4 of my chicken journal. Yes, last video I stuck this one on and put the glossy accents on there. It's probably a bit glary on my lights. Stuck this on the spine. That's stuck nice and well. It's really well put down actually, which is awesome. So we're ready to start decorating the inside. And I'm hoping my lights aren't too glary. I might just turn them away a fraction so they're not actually directly on the journal. I think that's still lit well enough. I usually try and keep my desk space with the video clean, but if you look around me, there is a huge mess. That's all right. I've dug out a few things, so I've gone into my stash of ephemera. So I have all sorts of bits of ephemera here, which I've gathered out. It may go in this journal. I don't know which bits yet. I have no plans for what's going in this journal. It's just going to come to me as I go. Some little envelopes that I've made, old paper clip, couple of, this is a pocket, a little envelope. So I've just gathered a few things, a couple of stamps. This is like long grass, thought suits chickens and farm style sort of things, and a little word stamp. I'll just show you here. This is how I store my stamps now. I put them in these, I have to watch the glare, but I put these in Ziploc bags. I really needed to save space because Stampin' Up! Ones come in the plastic DVD light covers and they take up a lot of space. So I'm trying to reduce space, then fit more stuff in. Anyways, what I did is this one has dies with it, so I've just added some a magnetic sheet which is attached to some laminated paper. And this is just all scrap paper I've thrown through the laminator and then cut down to size to fit into the Ziploc bags. And I'm finding this really good. And then I actually use ice cream containers like this, and they fit in there just perfectly. So I can have an ice cream container with different subjects, which works really good. This is a Stampin' Up! Set. So I've actually written it on here because I'm really good at getting stuff, taking it out of the package and then I'd have no idea where it comes from. So I'm going to try and start knowing where things come from so I can tell you where they come from. Although Stampin' Up! Change their stamps quite regularly, so you probably won't be able to get most of the stamps I have from them anyway because they're quite old. So the dies go on the magnetic sheets, which I've even pieced together there and stuck on the laminated sheet to give it a bit of just make it more solid. And the stamps the same. I've just got a laminated sheet of paper. I've done the stamps on a piece of paper stuck on one side, and the stamps just stick to the laminate on the other side. Most of them stick really well. I do have some old stamps that are not sticking, which I'm going to go through and add some removable glue on the back of them. That seems to work quite well. So this is my farm animals one. Very cute little animals. So I thought I'd probably use a few of these in this journal. So where to start? That is the question. When you're looking at the blank page and you're like, I'm not even sure where I'm going with this. So I'm just going to poddle along and see where we go. And I probably should have a timer somewhere because I'm trying to keep my videos to 20 minutes. Makes it easier for me to upload them. I think our phone network company is supposed to be upgrading the area, and I'm hoping that upload speed will be faster because it's really shocking here. And then I thought I might actually try and do it directly through my phone and see if that works faster. I'm just not sure about working on videos through your phone, although I believe some people do that. So what I'm going to do, just flip through here a bit and remind myself of what I've done and see what takes my fancy. So this little piece here, which is just when I'm at night, I sit on the chair recliner, watch TV, and I just have stuff all around me, and I usually make little things that are easy to make on a laptop desk at your chair. So this is just ephemera with bits of cardboard off old packaging, bit of old paper, and 3 little chicks stamped on it. Now, I think that looks quite cute on this page, and I think this journal is going to end up being quite bulky, which I don't mind. I quite love that idea. Bits and pieces everywhere, bulky. So I just want to add a little bit to each page as I go. This is my back pocket, so I'm going to need something fairly biggish to put in the pockets. So this little envelope actually go in there quite nicely. I made this from an old book page, and I've literally just stuck little stamps on it, stuck little pieces on it, inked it. Same on the inside. Now this is a piece that I've actually cut circles out of, and then some of the circles from different papers stuck back in the holes, and a little piece of note paper in here which I've just added a stamp on. Whoops, and it doesn't want to open. There you go. So you can journal on that. Could probably actually put more in there, but for the moment I'm just going to stick this in the pocket. This little circle is just not stuck on the top, so you can just flick the envelope shut that way, and I think that'll be great in there. This is really plain, so we do need to decorate this. So, and it's those glassine bags. I'm not sure how well the ink sticks to those, although this ink has been fine. The blank page. I know. I should stencil. On that. Let's leave that till a bit later because I haven't actually got my stencils here. Loving this little butterfly. I think he looks gorgeous here. I can stencil around him later, so I'll do that on another video. Just gonna out screen. Yes, I am. Just gonna glue this on. This is a Tiger PVA glue. It's just a fast setting PVA glue. Love it. It sets nice and fast, and stuff doesn't seem to come off, which is wonderful. Do have a bag of circles here, so when I make stuff and I have scrap, I cut heaps and heaps of circles out, and I am getting a ton of them, so I do need to reduce these. So some of these are double-sided. I stuck some together last night, and what I want to do is stick them along the edge of the page. So let's see, that's only going to stick out a little bit, so if I leave that sticking out, because this page is a magazine page, not very exciting for people to look at, and I'm thinking I'll just stick these along here so they stick out a little bit. I know you won't see most of the other side, that's okay. This one's the odd shape because there wasn't enough of the page left, but I think it just adds character. Got a little chook, and I'll see if I got another chook one. Oh, actually I got some chooks here, so I might swap that one out for one that's not backed. That's the same as that one. This is a different chook, so let's just add a different chook. So I can decorate the edge of the page like that, but I want something to put on here. So what I might do, I have these which I've made up, and I want to decorate those because some of the words in them from that book are not exactly what people want to see. So we'll leave that to the side for the time being. And I have a few tags here as well. This little tag would sit here nicely, and I don't want to use that one because that's a heavy one. And this tag here I've actually folded in half, so you can lift it up and journal on it. So I can sit that there and you can still journal on it. And I have another one here, which I don't know if that'll work. that folds out. So nice little space of journaling. So that will fit there. Do I want to put 2 journaling pieces on there? I don't know. I love this tag. I want to make, actually I need to make some. I might do that in a separate video with you and make some in some colours to suit this journal, because I really love those. Not really happy with whatever else I'm finding here. So I might put that one on there and leave the bottom blank for the time being. And I'll work out what I'm going to do with that later. So we're going to stick these on. So these all overlap. So we need to start with that. So I'll start with the top. And this one's inked around the edges, but the others aren't. So I'm just going to ink them around the edges as I go. And we'll start gluing them at the top. So how's your day going? You having a good day? I hope you are. We our weather's kind of turned to actual summer now. We had quite a lot of days that have been really cold for November for Queensland, Australia. So it's been nice to have some warm days for a change. Just working out how much it's going to be stuck on the page. Glue that on there. Just overlap it a little bit. I'm really loving these journals where you don't have to plan everything. You just do it as you go. And you can be quite messy. I love watching Pam at Paper Outpost because she is really quite messy. And some things I want to do, I'm like, oh no, don't do it like that. This has got to go this way. But she's amazing. She has so many ideas. And you can get so many tidbits from her. And she's just so fun to listen to. She really is. It's just really brightens your day. So if you're having a bit of a tough day, stick Pam on, grab your favourite drink, sit down and watch her for a bit, and laugh. She's just funny. So last one, can probably hang down the bottom a little bit. So I'll just glue him mostly at the top. Plenty of glue on there, it's not going to fall off or go anywhere. Don't want to put it too much to the bottom, so if you put the album like that, it's not going to damage it. Because most people, I imagine, would store their albums like that. I've just got a piece of paper here. Mop up the excess glue. Just make sure they're stuck down. Yes. Very good. Our little tab. So I'm going to just stick that on the back because you can lift that up. Journal underneath and it's hidden. I think that's really cute. Bit of glue on the back of this. Now I'm using wet glue, a white wet glue, which I have decided is my favourite way of gluing things on. And I know the wetness can make the paper crinkle a bit, but mostly you can flatten it out afterwards, and I kind of like that because I think it adds to the journal looking like it's been used. So it really doesn't bother me at all. Just make sure it's pushed down nicely. Yep, that works well. And now I can't find the lid for my glue. I'm usually very anal at making sure I put my lids on my glues because they are notorious for drying out, especially here in Queensland. Where on earth did it go? Oh, there it is, right in front of me. In the heat we have here in Queensland, they're notorious for drying out. Now, I just remembered beside me, I also have some tickets. A line of tickets here. Well, not really tickets. postage stamp washi tape, which I made ages ago. And actually, my very first video, I showed how to make this. It's so simple. You just stick the washi tape on and ink the edges. I did put little notches in some of them to make them look more like tickets, and put little dots along the dotted lines, but this one's not that way, so I'm just going to find a page that I can stick this on the edge, and that'll just decorate the edge up for us. So go down as far as the puppy dog, because what I might actually do, the little rabbit's chopped off there, so I might chop him off straight across there. Ink the edge. Got to remember to put myself back under your view. And then we go down to halfway through the reindeer. So we'll leave his head in there. Leave his head on there. There we go. Ink the edge. And that will add what I've done. Put bits of brown everywhere. That's not from today. It must have been there before. That's okay. We'll stick him on there. And I'm just going to use my wet glue. Also dries nice and fast, so I'm going to leave the edge hanging out a little bit. So we just put our wet glue on. Leave the edge sticking out a bit. I'm going to line it up at the bottom, sticking out a little bit at the top, but that's fine. Make sure I haven't got any glue hanging out. No, so that's good. There we go. So I've got a nice page edge on there, and you can still use this page, but we've got a couple of brown blurbs on there, so we can do a few things. I could cover it up with some stamps, which is what I'm going to do, or I could just grab my ink dauber and put more blotches on there and make it look like that's what it was supposed to be. So let's grab the little rooster, and going to stamp him on here. And I have, what I'm making is a board to put in these books, so that when you want to write on it, if there's a wobbly page underneath, which in these books is quite likely always going to be some sort of wobbly page underneath, then you've got a nice surface to write on. So that'll just sit in a pocket on the back page mostly, I'm thinking. So I'm just going to ink this up, not with that ink. I'm going to ink this up with Memento's Rich Cocoa. I found I've gotten a couple of these stamp pads lately, because there's a crack through that stamp. They're in my local shop. Try and press down quite evenly all over him. There we go. Now he's a brown looking chook. Isn't he cute? I just think he's really cute. I always wash my stamp off, rub my ink off my stamps with a wet microfiber cloth. I just have that handy so I can wipe the ink off straight away. I like to keep them as clean as possible. And I'm just going to use this dauber and actually just very lightly colour him in a bit more. And it looks like that was all meant to be there then. See? How cute is that? That is so cute. I'm really liking this too. I've got to laminate it yet, so it's going to be laminated. Let's see. Got some cute little envelopes, which I need to make something to put in there yet, but I reckon that's going to look really cute as a little corner hidey hole on that page. That was a bit much glue on there, so I just smoosh it. Smooch it. That's Pam. I got that from Pam. Smooching with the finger tool. I love my finger tools, and I like putting things on angles. Just adds a bit more interest. There we go. That's that one on there. I've pulled out this little rooster. these pages I want to mostly leave so people can read them, because they're actually out of a book, animal book, and it might actually be quite interesting to read. So I don't want to put anything on those pages, but we do have a space at the back here, and I have this little rooster die cut which is being cut out, and I'm just mashed him together with some rough bits of paper, and I think he will look really cute on there. So let's put him on there. Do some finger smooshing on this one. These glue bottles I got from the local dollar store, and I'm really surprised the glue is keeping really well in them, because it doesn't feel like the lids are actually stuck on much, but it really works. And you just cut the little tip on an angle to whatever angle you want. So I cut it as close to the top as I can, so I get the smallest hole I can. Sometimes these ones with these tops on them are much better for when you want to glue in little places. So I have some of those as well. But then you got to keep cleaning them out with the pin, because they start drying up and really fast, especially when it's hot. So we've stuck him in there. Now what I'm going to do is, I've got my grass stamp, so I'm going to find a stamping block big enough for him. This one going to work? No, I need the big one. I've had these stamping blocks for years and years and years. These are basically just cut out perspex. I got them in all different sizes. You could get a rectangle set and a square set, and then you could actually use the squares as a base to cut pieces of paper out to that size. So I found them quite useful, but they're not very thick, so sometimes they're not the best for stamping. So I can get around it, but I thought I'll just find the pages that I want to just add a little bit of detail to, so that it's not a totally blank page. So I'm just going to use my Rich Cocoa, Mementos Rich Cocoa stamp pad. I'll just put that where you can see it, and I'm going to get a rubbish piece of paper and put my flat board behind there so I can get a nice image with my scrap paper, because I'm going to hang this off the page, so there's only a little bit on the edge of the page, and I don't want a super dark image. I just want a little bit of detail there. So I'm just going to flip through these pages and find some places where I'd like to just add a little bit of detail. I don't want any ink going on that board, because I need to laminate that. The stamp's supposed to go this way, so we'll just put it on the corner. There we go. Sometimes this is a quick way to do a bit of detail that you want to add to your book. It doesn't take much thinking. Pick a stamp that's coordinates with your book, and then just run through and find some spaces to stamp it, and you've added a nice little detail which adds a bit of cohesiveness through the book, and haven't wasted too much time thinking about it. And that's a pocket. This looks like a great space for some grass or wheat. Might be wheat, but whatever. Looks like cute. Whoops. Oh, this one definitely needs some. And just to be a bit different, because you don't want it looking all the same on every page. Let's go upside down. Just a corner detail. See, that just makes the page look pretty without hardly any work. And then I'm going to put some on the back of this page. So I have a little flip here, so you can see that. Might help see that there's an actual flip, because it draws out the edge of the page. And probably just a couple more. You don't want to oversaturate with the same thing. I do like it on this brown. I'm going to go in the top corner again with this one. There we go. And I'll just do one more, I think. Oh, coffee dyed paper. Brown will look really nice on the... Hi, my video stopped. No idea why. I'm back again. All I've done is add a little bit more stamping, and this video is already at half an hour. It's amazing how quickly the time flies. So I'm just going to leave it there for today. Leave it there on this page, which I love these circles on here. I think it adds beautiful detail. And I'll see you next time. We'll do some more pockets and some of the bigger things in here to add some more interest. So hope you like and subscribe. Love that you've come along to watch me, and thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful day. Bye.